Black Lives Matter. I'll tell you what matters. NASCAR matters. Bro, true warrior shit.
Different shit, yeah.
Different shit. He
Yeah.
was just taking the punches, just freaking.
Yeah.
He was totally exhausted, but that motherfucker was still standing. I was like, damn, nigga. As soon as I'm done, the first thing I want to do is sit down.
Yeah. Even when I did like when I first started jiu-jitsu, I was doing boxing classes, like too, you know, like couple times a week. After like 3 months, I just don't want to get hit. I'm just sick of this.
I was gonna ask you, how is that? Because I wanna start boxing. I hit up Talon. I asked him about gloves. Do you get hit hard?
No. But like, it's weird because it's you know how like in jiu-jitsu you can kind of control the pace. You know, like depending on your skill level, obviously, but like you can kind of control the pace, and you can't really do that in boxing. Like if someone's just jabbing you over and over, you have to jab back, or they're going to keep jabbing. You can't just close up and, dip and dodge.
Yeah.
You're Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep getting hit.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to respond, but then that opens you up to other hits. And
It's not that. I mean, unless it's changed. I've done, when I first started going to Victory, I've done a few boxing classes, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, you're not getting wrecked.
Yeah. And the
cool.
only time I was really getting hit was when like I had the pads and they were punching it and they'd fucking miss. It's like it's not, bro. They're not going like throwing hands at all. It's super light. And I even did it with Talon a couple times.
Nice, cool.
Talon's really good.
Talon's man, that motherfucker,
so good.
boy.
I want to balance out my my game a little bit.
He's gonna start.
It'd be nice to have some fucking hands. No, seriously, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's like
super confidence if you have some hands.
it's like owning a gun. Like you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna get a gun, and then someone's like, yo, you gotta get a flashlight. You gotta get a light on it.
Yeah, right,
in case, and you're like, well, yeah, in case someone breaks into my house, might as well get a light. It's like, oh, you have to get a safe. I was like, all right, cool. Well, if someone breaks into your home, you don't have time to get to the safe. Now you need to get the biometric. Well, what is it? The biometric fingerprint next to your bed. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I should do that. It's just like that. Like if I'm gonna get in a fight, I might as well like learn to throw hands.
Well, it's gonna start standing. You're not gonna sit down.
Exactly. That's my number one. That's my number one. Just butt scoon. Let's
Come
go,
down
bro.
here, bro.
Have you guys
kicked
ever
in the
seen
face.
that? It's a super funny TikTok. He's a really big TikToker. He has like millions of followers on TikTok, but he's also does jiu-jitsu. In this fucking video, dude, it's him walking. He's from London. He's walking through the streets. He's got his backpack on, and three dudes, hey, mate. They walk over, like, come about your pockets, something like that, He was like, oh, okay. And then he puts his backpack down. He fucking puts mats down.
Yeah.
He takes his socks off, and he's got a rash guard on, his purple belt, and some shorts. And then he lays on the ground, and he's like, oh, my God.
It's true. It's true, though. That,
I see like that, too. He was, it was like a fake home robbery.
Yeah.
Like he had came in and he was like, what are you doing here? He's like, give me all your stuff. And he's like, and he like sat down. The dude's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He started scooting towards him.
like I even skip like takedowns sometimes. I'm not even trying to do takedowns, and I'm like, damn, dude, like I'm gonna be useless. Like, I think my girlfriend mentioned something like something happened, and she's like, well, we got a purple belt, just joking, but I'm like, damn, if that dude knows how to box, like I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like by the time I get hit to the ground, like I'm already knocked out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna round this out. I'm gonna do some boxing.
Or if there's two people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're on the ground, and then now soccer kick to the side of my head.
Exactly.
R.I.P.
I mean, fuck boxing, bro. You can just keep it all the way trill and just do the MMA.
They do have the intro to MMA.
No, not even intro. Just jump right in.
Nope.
Jump right in that 7 o'clock class, baby.
I see those classes. I'm sitting there putting my little gi, my purple belt on, and they look over, and I'm like, I gotta go pee.
It's 5:30.
Yeah. Yeah, man, those different breed. Those
breed
MMA guys in that class, man. It's like, fuck. And then I always have the black belts that are like, you see Julio Mendez over there? I'm like, who? I have no fucking clue.
Some pro fighter.
Yeah, apparently we got a bunch of pro fighters at Victory. Yeah. I have no fucking clue.
There's like 5 UFC fighters that are always there, and especially if you go at 11. They're always there.
I think I see the. There's one badass with like blonde hair and a bunch of tattoos. Yeah. And it's not Schoeny.
Yeah.
Really? You sure it's not me? Yeah. People, I see people taking pictures with them. I'm like, fuck, who the hell is that, man? Just pray to God they don't come over to this mat.
Oh, well.
I hope they don't take the beginners class at 7:30 on a Wednesday.
It was so hilarious, man. Speaking of that class, it was the 4:30, and some guy had just came in. I thought he looked like he knew what he was doing, so he comes in, and Greg, the coach was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a roll." And then he was like, "Is this the beginning class?" I was like, "Yeah." There you go.
Dog, you motherfucker.
Snaky motherfucker.
But no, everything was cool. But like, he just didn't know. Like, he was just like completely just like lost. Didn't like know. And I was like, damn, I remember that being me. Just like
you don't know anything.
Yeah, you just like completely fucking just like what the fuck.
You have no idea about anything like positions. You don't like. God damn, we're not putting this on the show, right? Yeah. No, I don't.
I mean, don't.
It's too slow. It's too slow. No one cares.
People, dude, you would be amazed, man. People reach out to us on my Instagram or Twitch, and they're like, dude. And I told people today, I was like, yo, it's Alex is out of town. It's just Dom, Scoop, and I. And they're like, fuck yeah, do a BJJ like whole episode.
All right. Well, we're not doing that.
I know. And I was like, hold on.
We're gonna talk about J-Lo's pussy in a minute.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about banging hookers in 10 minutes. Hold your fucking horses here. Shit.
But I brought my friend's sister to a class, and she had no idea. She'd be like, "Oh, I want to do it. I just hate when people want to do it, but they don't look it up. Like if I was gonna go skydiving, or it doesn't matter what it is, but let's say skydiving.
I didn't look up skydiving. I knew.
But like, go watch a video. The YouTube is just there.
I've seen it before.
Okay, sure. But I'm just saying,
Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise should be doing it all the time.
She didn't watch anything. And we show up and, whatever. So I partner with her, obviously it's just easier that way. And I was like, all right, well, like, let me show you Mount because we were doing stuff from Mount. I mean, it's not even good without me showing how it went down. She stands over me and she gets like right over me and then she just drops her ass.
Hell yeah, drop that thing, bitch. Drop that pussy down low.
And I was like, wait, no, that's not.
That ain't the mount I'm talking about.
It was so fucking funny.
That's not the mount I'm talking about. No, not cowgirl mount.
Yeah. And then one of our main coaches, Adam, he was watching. He was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." It's
that jujitsu, baby.
Oh man, dude, my first fucking month was embarrassing, and there's a video out there somewhere of me. I think our friend Melissa has it, but oh man, it was when you don't know anything about anything in life.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird and awkward, especially when it comes to like martial arts, but. Like I don't understand. Like you could sit on your butt, put your feet out, get a good base. I was on my knees, look like I was playing with my nieces and nephews, and people were just rolling me up. And we did that Takedown Tuesday. How far do you think we were in? Like 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks of doing jiu-jitsu. And Coach Greg was like, "All right, Takedown Tuesday." I'm like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Takedown Tuesday sounds fun." And they take us to the other mat, put us on the wall, and they're like, "All right, go." And it's 1-on-1. The winner stays in.
Like comp style, yeah.
Bro, it's like fucking competition shit. I got my ass kicked. This dude steps out of line. He's like, "Nope." He had like 1 or 2 turns. He's like, "I'm out." I said, "Fuck it, dude."
It's
like,
intimidating.
That's fucking
really
bro.
intimidating.
It was a fucking. That shit felt like Mortal Kombat. Like for real. They're just lined up, just gladiator style.
And the anticipation, dude. There's like 10 guys in line. You're the 10th one. Like, fuck. I just watched 3 dudes get fucking, fucking bullied to the ground. I'm like, oh, here I go.
I was like, I don't know what to do, but just hold this person.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone does that, and then you get so tired
just from holding. Because I was like,
dude,
bro, I don't know.
Winded, bro. Winded.
She was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're all like way past that because it is so intimidating. It's so intimidating. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I ever said this on the show. I probably told you guys before, but the first day I went to jiu-jitsu, I pulled up in the parking lot and I was a little bit early and I sat there for a second and then I just drove home.
Really?
I was like, I can't do it. I'm too scared. It's just like because it was just so overwhelming. Like I don't know what I'm walking into an MMA. I didn't know that much, but I was like, I know I'm walking into an MMA gym. Are they going to be hostile? I don't know how to fight.
It was like me on my podcast when I had you on.
Yeah.
You were like, you should try it. I was like, what are they just going to punch me when I come in?
Yeah, you have no idea.
I was kind of serious. I don't fucking know. Nobody knows.
That chick just
boom. Fuck you.
I scan my tag. The chick's like, boom. Welcome to victory, ho.
The chick with 3 kids behind the counter. She's 100 pounds. She just bam
sipping on a fucking Jocko energy drink. Yeah, man, it still is a little intimidating, just a little bit. Like when you walk in, just the smell of sweat people working and people sweat, like everyone's in their zone. It still is a little like, oh shit, man.
Well, it's like if you played any sport though. It's like I don't know. You walk into a baseball, like dugout. Certain smell. You walk on a soccer field, certain smmell. Like, you get like, oh shit, here we go. It's just like, it's time.
You think it's as bad as MMA smell?
I mean, if we're at an MMA spot, like that's the smell.
It gets musty in the late afternoon.
And fucking Fritos.
Yeah, it smells bad.
But it's like a good kind of
I like it now. I like it now.
It smells like work. Like people are putting in fucking like blood.
And when you walk
tears.
in and it's all like musty, you're like, ooh, it's about to go down.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if
like
you guys,
a jungle up in here.
I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I'll walk in and I usually do the 10 a.m. and the 12 and just walk in. I'm unpacking my shit. I'm looking around, seeing who's there, who's on the mat stretching. And sometimes you walk up, it's like no one you know, a bunch of white belts and blue belts. You're like, cool, man. It's going to be fun today. Yeah. And then sometimes you walk up in there and you just see a couple guys like, fuck, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle.
How come? What you mean?
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm serious.
Really? You don't walk in and see a couple dudes that like, damn, they give you problems. Like, not bad, but like they're good.
Oh, and you don't know no one else? Or you just
not knowing people. Just I'll see a couple people. Like I see you guys. It's like, yes, you guys are here. Like Scoop and fucking Dom. Like, it's the homies. But then I see guys that I know, but they're like really serious, and they like even like white belts and there's a couple white belts. I'm like, fuck, dude, these guys are strong, and they give me problems. So I know it's gonna be like a struggle.
Just say
class. No, it's safe rolling. They're not like spazzing out.
Oh, but
I just know like
they
like
like the work.
Yeah, like my homie Doug. He's a dark blue belt, and I know he's gonna give me hell on the mat.
Yeah.
I like it, but it's like you just know it's gonna be one of those classes where you're like, well, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
Damn, man, that happened to me, fool. Fucking, I got mat burns on my face.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I got fucking like my whole teeth fucking just like broke the inner skin of my fucking lip.
What?
I got a big ass cut right here.
Rear
I jammed
naked?
a finger. All from one person.
Damn, what was her name?
I ain't giving him no clout, man. Fuck that guy.
Helga.
Helga.
Yeah, I got my ass whooped, man.
Oh man,
like,
speaking of
Jesus
getting hurt,
Christ.
dude, I got this is probably a couple months ago, but someone got me in a rear naked, but they didn't get my
Like
neck
under the neck. Yeah.
They got my chin.
Yeah.
And they just cranked, bro. I felt my molars go against each other, and then my whole neck, it was like an adjustment. And I tapped. I was like, damn. He's like, oh, was that good? I didn't even say anything. I was like, yeah, you made me tap.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just supposed to. Dude, there's one guy, we was talking about mouthpieces. I was talking about my lip. I was like, yeah, it was my fault. I didn't have my mouthpiece in. He's like, yeah, bro. Ever since fucking, I don't know, man. Like, they got me fucking from the rear. And he was fucking cranking. I just felt my front two teeth just turning to dust.
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
God.
Yeah, dude. Like
it was like, bro, I had to get fillings because I was like spitting out teeth. He's like, ever since then I had what about?
Don't let anybody take your back, bro. I get weirded out when someone has my back because you don't see them.
Yeah.
And all you see is their arms like trying to go for your neck, and you're just like, it's like a bad dream.
And also that like crank thing for a second for like the people who don't do it, like it's on for a second. You're like, I ain't tapping this bullshit. Yeah. That's how you feel. And you're like, oh, it really hurts. Oh shit, and then maybe your jaw like does a little pop, and you're like, oh, I'm in trouble. Like I might get my jaw broken right now.
and then hoping that the guy lets go when you tap, because sometimes like people are like in the zone, and it takes like 2 seconds is a long fucking time when you're getting choked out. Yeah. That's a lifetime. So you better hope that the homie's choking you, because if not,
they've always released what I freaking.
There's a couple guys that I tap, and it takes like maybe another tap or like a second and a half, and a second and a half doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's no oxygen going to your brain, bro, it's a lifetime.
Hell,
have you guys ever been out? I haven't been out.
No, I got close.
I've been close.
I got close when this dude
during instruction.
During an instructional,
Coach, like, can you show me?
And coach was like, it was what was it?
I don't know.
It was something like a head something. I don't know what it was, but he had his arm around my neck, and coach was like placing it around like this, and then get in this position, and I was cool. I was like, yeah, and then just things started going dark. He just like both
like the right angles.
The right angle just hit my neck, and my veins got cut off, and then I was like, whoa, and then it all comes back, and you get that weird like, whoa, like I just took like a hit of like nitrous or something.
When it's close, you don't know it was close until right after.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh shit, I was almost out.
Yeah, everything gets a little tingly.
Yes. And I sat out, remember? And like Dom was like, felt bad. He's like, you okay? I was like, yeah, I can't even explain it right now. So I sat out and I was breathing, and I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm ready. But yeah, it's a weird ass feeling.
Dean almost got me in instruction, and he was showing
holding on to shit for too long.
He was head and arm choke, and I'm listening to him talk because he's explaining to the group, and I'm listening. And he was holding it, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit. And I started to panic tap. I was like, oh, I'm about to go out. And he let go. He's like, you all right? And I was like, I don't know.
That happens a lot. I've seen that twice happen with Dean. Like, because I think he's so into the...
he's so good at it.
He's so good, but he's also, like, he's going to show you the right way, and he's going to trust that you're going to know when to tap. But if you're not ready for it, because you're just like, oh, he's doing an instructional kind of thing, yeah, it gets fucking scary, man. That it starts getting dark.
I mean, he's top 10 all time. Yeah, Dean Lister. Yeah, I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame. Like, he's a legitimately top 10 jiu-jitsu dudes all time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna say it wrong, but Sabo? No.
I don't know.
What's that? He always talks about it. It's
Sabiraka, or it's fuck. I'm gonna sound like a...
Yeah, we just blew the whole last 10 minutes.
Shaba ranks.
Anyways, it's basically it's a gi. It looks like a gi, but the bottom gi is like shorts. Sambo. Thank you. I looked that up because you always mention Sambo, and I don't want to be the dude that's like, hey, what's Sambo? But I have no clue what it is. I looked it up. It's pretty crazy.
Rochambeau? Is that where that's from?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's from Russia. Yeah.
Rochambeau.
They're all nuts about it there. It's like you wear like a karate. I mean, for the people that don't do this, you wear like a karate top, or you wear like shorts and wrestling shoes. Like, it looks goofy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like really good at grappling. It's right. Yeah.
What about car jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
You guys into that?
Did you see my story?
No.
Oh, that's what I posted that. I was at Kokomaya, and I saw on TV car jiu-jitsu or car jitsu.
Car jitsu.
I don't know what this was, like ESPN Ocho or something, but I was watching. I was like, damn, this is good. I felt bad for the guy though, because it was like some guy, he was getting clobbered. Like his head was ended up like down by like the glove compartment, and it just wasn't looking good for him.
Just sitting on his back.
Dude, there's an instructional from one of the Henner Gracie, where he does with his wife. His wife was some like WWE chick.
Yeah.
And they do like in the car, like she's defending chokes with the seatbelt and shit. Like, it's actually pretty funny.
Wow. How do you even train for that?
You shouldn't. Like, you're not gonna get attacked in your car.
Hey, does your boyfriend beat you? Come take our course.
Imagine they extend victory and they put like some freaking
some cars up.
They got a Sunday car jitsu class.
It's all padded up and shit. Hey, dog, you next? You want to hit the car? Let's go. All right, you guys want to talk about pussy or what?
Yeah, let's talk about
I know that's what everyone's waiting for.
People are like on their way to click off. They're like, fuck this bullshit. Bring Alex back. They're like nerds in their fucking stupid geese.
Nah, man, jiu-jitsu's hot, bro. Jocko blew up, man. Fucking
He did blow up.
Yeah, everyone like, you know what's funny is open mat at Victory on Sundays. If nobody knows what open mat is, it's like it's the gym's open for anybody. Yeah. It's an open gym. You can come from wherever. You don't have to have a membership, and you just show up, and all the mats are open.
Come as you are.
Yeah, and it was half gi and half no gi. Nice. Now it's all no gi.
It's all no gi.
Because no gi's like, I'm starting to notice it. Like, it's been taking over, but like everybody wants to do no gi. Like everybody.
It's also just less laundry. Like, straight up. Sometimes I'm like, I'll just go.
You ever see how wet the mat gets with no gi though?
It's disgusting. That's one thing you got to get over. That's one thing. I mean,
it's not disgusting. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah. But the friction on the ground. Like, I've almost hurt myself like slipping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't get a hold on shit. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But that's just definitely one thing that's like I feel like that's a barrier to entry too for like people trying to go, because like it's so intimate. Like, dude, sweat gets in. Somebody's sweat. They're on top. He's some bald guy who's fucking 52. Yep. He's on top of you, and the sweat just comes off his bald head. and just right into your mouth or right into your eye. And the thing is, you just have to suck it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can freak out and put your hand over your mouth, then get choked.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. I remember in basketball when I was a kid, and we'd go to the YMCA or whatever, like my team, we just go fuck around and go to the YMCA. And some like older guys would be there and they want to play shirtless, or shirts. And then like the guy I'm guarding, of course, he's fucking 9 feet tall and 300 pounds, of course, right? So then he's like bodying up and he's got and just his sweat touching me. I want to throw up in the car after. Now I wouldn't give a flying fuck. I wouldn't even think about it.
It gets a little intense. I don't know how to explain what position, but there are a couple positions where like you're upside down, their head's right here, and you're like in a little cave with their head kind of, and they're breathing, and
or
you're
their balls.
Yeah, and you're just straight up breathing their exhale, and you're just like, fuck,
get off of me.
Yeah. Like it gets pretty gnarly, but then again, like someone's trying to fucking choke you out, so you're like, whatever, dude. I did have some dude sweat. He was bald and sweat in my eye and my mouth in one roll, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that same thing. It was a bald. What's up with the bald dudes?
Well, they don't have hair to hold their sweat.
I just saw it.
I see it.
It's like,
you know what you gotta do? You gotta reach over, grab the back of their gi and pull it over their head just for a second to wipe it, and then
let go.
Usually they're aware. They're like, "Oh, sorry, bro."
Nah, this dude, either he wasn't aware or he just didn't care.
I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't think he cared.
It would be different if you like walked in and you were like fresh and you had to roll with someone. That's true, because that happens a lot. Like, someone's doing a class, you come to the second class and they're still rolling, and they're like, hey, you want to roll? And they're fucking drenched, and you literally just popped out of the shower.
Way grosser, yeah.
Yeah, that takes a minute to get used to. But when you're sweaty and the other person's sweaty, it's game on.
And it's like 30 people sweat.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Yeah.
That gi gets so fucking heavy. It's this man, especially if you forget.
Oh yeah, I've done that a few times.
I've done that a few times.
Forget what?
That it's in your bag.
Yeah.
And you don't wash it?
Yeah, it's balled up, and the next day you're like, oh shit, fuck.
Oh, I
Tide Sport's the shit. Kills everything. I've tried everything. I've tried vinegar. I've tried soaking overnight. I've tried all kinds of crazy shit. Tide Sport kills every smell immediately.
I pop my shit straight in the washer right when I get home.
Some people aren't as responsible as you.
That and glamorous.
I'm afraid of being the stinky dude. Straight up.
Sure.
Glamorous
straight
wash. Glamorous wash. That's really special. That's the detergent one of the guys uses at the gym, black belt. He has a very distinct detergent smell. I got that same detergent.
Who is it? Tell us who it is.
No.
Why? What?
I don't want people to start smelling like that.
Oh, I know
it's so specific.
Yeah, that's some fucking Dom shit right there. He doesn't want to.
Yeah. I was like, bro, this is gonna sound weird, but what detergent are you using? So that shit smells so fucking good.
The old bird's sister, she lives at our house, and she bought that just off Amazon, and then she used it, and I walked in the like where our wash it.
You're like, where is he? Where's the black belt?
I literally thought that.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck is he at? No, because that's like that smell reminds me.
Bitch, you cheating on me?
I mean, if you walk into his house, you're like, it's like overwhelming. You smell it.
Some people have distinct smells, and I was telling our buddy Danny this at Jiu Jitsu. I haven't seen him in a very long time, but I rolled with him a lot when my first 6 months, and he fucking mopped the mat with me. And he showed up like 3 months ago, and we rolled, and his smell, it was like a good smell, like his laundry detergent. And I was having flashbacks when I was like a white belt, and I was like, it's weird because
started to get a little turned on.
Yeah, I was a little bit, bro.
He's a hard dick.
That's one of those questions that people have. They're like, oh, if you're rolling with a girl, like, do you get a hard dick? It's like, that's never even crossed my mind.
Not when she's yanking my arm off.
That crossed my mind one time.
Was she hot as fuck, though?
She was hot as fuck. Yeah. She was Brazilian, and I was like 2.5 weeks in.
Hey, Jocko.
And she was showing me the triangle, bro.
I know who you're talking about.
It's like right here, son. Right here, Brev.
Hey, Jocko, if you're watching, you need to cancel this guy's fucking membership right here. This guy's creeping.
In your mouth, basically.
And between her looks and her accent, I was like, damn, this is tight.
I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think we can narrow it. I think we can narrow it
I've
down.
never seen her again.
Yeah. She was only there for on and off for a little bit. Yeah. I know exactly.
Oh, damn. I didn't know. I thought, damn.
You got a lot of good Matt stories, dog. I like it, bro.
Just keep showing up, man.
Just keep showing up. Hey, you have any advice for jiu-jitsu? Keep showing up. It's true. It's true. I didn't do anything special.
Yeah,
I just fucking this dude just told me to start going, and I did.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, just fucking
You know what's
show up,
interesting
bro.
too is a lot of people. You see people that get really frustrated, especially their first like like day maybe, or their. I've watched people walk off the mat. There's one specific story I'll tell in a second, but people get really frustrated, and it's like you show up at a spot. Let's just say it's basketball. You show up at the YMCA. Everyone there has played for years. They play, 4, 5, 6 days a week, and their coach is Michael Jordan. Like, that's literally what's happening.
It's not the same, bro. They're not getting beat up though.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah, you're getting tossed around.
No, but what my point though is that like you can't be mad when when you're just getting dunked on and scored on every 2 seconds. Like, it's like, yeah, you should be. You've only watched basketball maybe a handful of times. Yeah, you should be getting scored on.
Nah, but when it comes to like a martial art, it's all like physical. You know what I mean?
I understand, but you get what I'm saying though, right?
A little bit, but I mean, for that, it'd be like, all right, I'm big, I'm strong. I wrestled a couple times. I think I know how to fight. I should be able to tap out somebody.
You're saying it's more demoralizing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
then they get beat up, you know what I'm saying? Then they're like, that shit just kills their ego. Like,
sure, yeah.
Like with that, never mind.
Yeah.
When he beats people up, people get hurt.
Yeah.
Hurts their soul.
Why? Come on, drop some names, Dom.
Nah, I can't try no names, bro.
There's a big guy. He's quite young. He's probably like 22 or 3. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And I was so tired. Oh my god! I'd done 2 classes at the end of the second class, and I'd rolled like 5 times in a row with no break. Bam, 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 bam. And then he comes up and he's like, "You're tired, huh?" And I was like, I literally was laying like arms out. Like,
what belt color is he?
white. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "You want to roll?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I pretty much don't say no to anybody for the most part, but I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we go, and then he had me in a good position. He tapped me, right? And then he stands up. He goes, "Fuck yeah!" He's just like the other guy. Yeah.
Wow.
He goes, "Fuck yeah!" And he said, "I finally conquered the Alex Hill or something like that."
Wow.
And then I stopped, and I was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Come on, bro. Like, don't do that." And I was like, "Slap up. Let's go again." Like, but right into it. And then right after, because I tapped him a couple times in a row, I was fucking furious. Just because, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just because,
Yeah, and then a couple times he was like, and then we're in the sauna, fast forward, whatever, like 30 minutes. And he was like, "Man, thanks for humbling me." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like, you gotta chill."
That's
like,
poor sportsmanship.
It's poor
to jump up and be like, "Fuck
Right.
yeah, that's it."
This isn't the NBA finals, bro.
Right?
And this shit does not matter in the gym. You don't know if I'm working on my shit B game trying to see if it'll work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're at a comp and you get it, fair enough.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
for his case, like, he's a white belt. Maybe he's like super new. He's a big guy. Maybe he doesn't get a lot of submissions. He was stoked. You're still not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You can't be jumping up and down. Fuck yeah, like that.
In his defense, he got way better though. I used to fuck him up like over and over, and he's a pretty big guy. He's probably like 230 or something like that.
God damn.
And I used to fuck him up over and over because he was new, just like over and over and over. And then he started getting a little better, and then he made like a really big jump in like a month. It was like, oh shit, like I can't just do whatever I want. I gotta like focus.
It happens quick, man.
It does. Yeah,
Things start clicking. I remember my balance started getting really, really good, and I was like, oh shit. And then our homies like Jacob and Talon are like, damn, your balance is getting there. I was like, fuck, thanks.
This fool's neon belly, bro.
Dude,
good
all
luck.
day.
Good luck getting him off you.
I watch YouTubes because of this.
Yeah, good
On
luck.
how the
man,
fuck
thanks.
to get this fucking knee off
shit
my
is good.
fucking belly.
And it's not even.
God
It doesn't
dang.
hurt, right?
It doesn't
hurt.
It's just very annoying.
It hurts my ego.
It's a Schoeny seatbelt, bro. I put that
God
shit right over your
dang,
belly, and it
bro.
doesn't leave.
So if you don't know anything about jiu-jitsu, neon belly is like you're basically you have your knee in their solar plexus, and you could be holding them, maybe their arm, their leg, and you have one leg out. You can look it up online, and it can be really painful.
It can.
I don't make it painful.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
not a
make it
knee on belly. It's more of shin on
Shit.
waist.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
to
a
make it
seatbelt.
painful, that is knee like in your shit.
So speaking of painful, I lost it. Probably only not lost it, but I got a little reckless, and I just like kind of in a situation where homeboy stood up. He's like, "Yeah, I tap scoop." This guy actually and this was not his fault. This is just like sometimes I get in a position and I'm not paying attention. I'm irresponsible, but he pulled me down for a takedown. We got up, and even Coach Adam was like, "Hey, everyone sit down. Like, we're not doing takedowns today. Too many people on the mat." And this guy was like kind of getting crazy with me and shit. And we stand up, and I don't know what takedown this is, but he grabs both of my wrist, not even the wrist, but the gi, then leans back and puts his foot in my waist and then flips me over. And instead of like being like, okay, he's going to flip me, I'm just going to roll with it. I didn't roll with it, or I wasn't ready, and my lower back just popped.
Ooh,
and I was like, oh, motherfucker. And like, I don't know if I didn't tap, obviously. I was just like in pain. So we go to the ground, like I pretty much like keel over, and he gets on top of me, and I know exactly what it is. It's an injury I had that like every other like maybe like year and a half, 3 years, like it comes back.
In the Navy.
Yep. So just
put that on your disability.
My lower back, it always just fucks up. It's like a disc or something. So I know exactly what's going on, and I'm pissed because I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be like 3-4 weeks away from jiu-jitsu. Like I'm gonna play video games and eat pizza and get fat. So I'm like pissed, and I look at the fucking clock. We got 2 minutes left, and I'm like, you know what, dude, fuck this guy. So then I do the knee on like sternum, like knee on sternum, and that's my bottom knee. My top knee is like in his throat, and I'm like I'm basically balancing myself on all my weight on his chest and his head.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and I'm not even doing anything. Yeah, and I'm like, this is where my balance comes in. So I'm just balancing on him, and he's like, you know, trying to push me off, and I'm just like, and I'm not really like fucking him up. It's just annoying and it hurts, and I'm not hurting him, but I'm just like, hey man, like after this, I'm done with jiu-jitsu for 3 weeks. So
I might as well go out with a bang.
Might as well go out with a bang. You fucking. We both fucked my back up. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. So yeah, I got a little crazy. I got a little like aggro, you know. And then my jiu-jitsu game just went out the door. I didn't even think about maybe I just arm or like, you know, hold on to the choke a couple extra seconds. I don't know. Yeah.
There was a guy who showed up for the open mat thing where anyone can show up. He's probably like 130 pounds. He's like 5'6", 7. You know, like to me that's a pretty fucking small guy. Like he's like half my size. You know. And we get like, I don't know how it works out, but then somehow I'm in his close guard. So he has his legs around my waist and I'm on my knees, but I kind of like buried my head in his crotch, basically. Like if you have to look at that, I'm trying to do a thing called a body lock pass. So I got my arms around him, and then he takes his hands, like open hand, and starts like boxing me in the ears, like pow, like an old black grandma from the fucking 20s. Bam!
Yeah, bam. I think you told me about
in the side of the head, and I sit up, and I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, what are we doing? And he was like, what? You're big, you can take it. I was like, no.
What is that? What?
Nah.
Hell yeah, we could bend the rules for bigger people.
So I get by his legs, I get on top of him, and I'm talking mother's milk. So that's a submission where you have like your chest on their face and you put both your arms behind their neck, basically. And you straighten out their head, and then you shove your chest into their head.
I know a guy that does that.
One, it's so uncomfortable. Two, it really fucking, can hurt you.
Sometimes you can't breathe too. If your gi or your rash guard's wet, it's like waterboarding, man.
I was just, and it was one of those like extra second, he taps. I'm like,
yep. Yes. Just make sure
come back here and get more.
Yeah, dude. It's a little bit of attitude, a little bit of ego, or like I don't know. Maybe they're trying to joke around, but yeah, sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just annoying. It's like, come on, don't do that. Don't get the ego. Don't get the attitude. Don't do that. Don't slap someone's fucking ears.
It's crazy.
I had a chick that slapped me once. She was like, I think it was one of the coach's friends, and she didn't know what she was doing, but it was like a friendly. Like we were doing something where it was kind of like awkward. Like some people might think that mount is awkward. I mean, hell, mount is kind of awkward.
It is kind of awkward.
It is awkward. And I don't know what we were doing, but she was like, oh my God, I think I messed up. And she's like, no, I was like, you're good. And she's like, oh my God. It slapped me. and I was like, at first I didn't even think of it. And then I was like, you just slapped me? And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what was going on. I was like, all right, dude, what the fuck? I need to go take a break.
That's how she hits her boyfriend like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like
an argument. She's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and I was like, at first, I was like, what the fuck? What was that? Like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Who knows?
I had a dude, he was keeping score.
Oh.
Bro, like every class, hey man, 2-1. I'm coming for you. I'll be like,
wait, 2-1, like he has 2 submissions, or you have 2 submissions, he has 1 submission?
Yeah, I wasn't keeping score.
I do that sometimes. I don't say it out loud, but with certain people I roll, I know that I have I like rolling with people where I tapped them last week and they tapped me this week. I like that.
Yeah.
Because then it's like a challenge. So if they tap me once in the roll and then I tap them back, I love it. I say it out loud. I was like, dude, sub for a sub, baby. Because it's like,
No.
that doesn't happen a lot.
Ego guy.
Yeah, ego guy, man. I'm like, bro, I'm not
talking about homies. If it's a sub for a sub,
no,
it's not like I said like 2-1. I was just like,
well, I didn't know
I
this
always
dude
tell
either.
people
Yeah.
if I get a sub and you get a sub, that's dope. I don't think that happens a lot. So it's like if that happens, I usually mention like sub for a sub. That's dope. I'm not like trying to be,
No,
you know.
fair.
Yeah.
Even if it's a fucking someone that's like lower belt than me, sub for a sub, homie. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know this dude. It was like day 3, and I was like, not in competition. I don't even want to. I go. I'm on the other side. You come find me.
Yeah. There was a time I was it was like a CVS, or it might have been Lazy Acres, which is like a Sprouts or whatever, you know, like one of those higher ends. I think it was Lazy Acres, but I was in there and a guy walks up and was like, bro, remember me? And he was like, 2 years ago, I was training jiu-jitsu and you tapped me a bunch of times. And I was like, bro, you know how many people come? I didn't say this. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, bro, you know how many people come through there?
You're like, hey, rear naked. I remember you.
The rear naked.
Like, dude, people quit every day.
Hey, you slap my ears. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. Like, dude, there's thousands of people that I probably roll with. I got no fucking idea. Sure, yeah.
Bro, man, freaking homeboy was freaking representing us bad that one time. That black dude came in with sweat joggers,
Oh, man.
black socks, a muscle shirt, and a fucking do-rag.
I'm going to get
And I
canceled
was
right
just
now.
like, bro, do you see anybody else looking like that?
Bro.
Come on, man.
I gotta say
Represent.
this.
Like, come on, bro. You make us look bad.
It's only black folks that come in dressed crazy.
Yes.
It's literally.
And I'm like, dude. Like
White dudes might wear socks.
Yeah.
I've seen that. They wear socks. Whatever. You know, they just don't know
or
the etiquette.
sweatpants.
Or sweatpants.
Earrings, piercings. I see a lot of people come in with I saw one chick come in with a choker chain on. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Dude?
But maybe she forgot.
Yeah.
But it's always black folks that are like, do you see anyone else dressed like this?
Exactly.
Like,
bro.
come on now. Come on now.
That's great.
I think he did like he's probably doing the that one workout. He's probably doing like fucking that one workout class,
Yeah.
and he came out.
Boot
Oh,
camp.
yeah, like
Boot
little
camp
boot
shit.
camp came. I was like, oh shit, I got a free week, man. Check it out
I
real
couldn't
quick.
imagine doing that. I mean, good for him. If that's what happened, good
No.
for him.
Yeah.
Like if I was at the CrossFit thing or like at the boxing and I didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu and I walked up there, there's no way. I'm like, oh, let me jump in.
Yeah, nah, he
I would
woke
have no idea.
he
Bro,
woke
I've been-
up like that and
yeah.
catered straight to jiu-jitsu. I was just trying to give
He's
him.
got some balls. I've been thinking about doing boxing, and I've been taking 3 weeks to think about it. Like, I gotta blank
do it.
gloves. And
it's not bad. Oh,
Well,
you
now
can-
talking to both you guys,
you can
yeah.
borrow mine. I got a pair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
16 ounce.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, got you.
There you go. Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, it's,
fun,
that
bro.
boxing is super fun. It
Yeah,
is.
That's just tired.
You got a do-rag, too?
God, yeah. I got
Hook it up, dog. Hook it up,
you got some
homie.
black socks, bro.
Hey, you guys walk by the boxing area. I'm in there with a do-rag.
Wait, do you have a mullet right now?
I do, kind of, yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of shaved on the sides,
yeah.
but I'm
That's
just...
not real, mother. That's like a taper fade.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty. It's good though. It's good.
Yeah.
It'd be good if he had a do-rag on there.
Oh, hey, don't tempt me, bro. I'll show up next week with a do-rag. I mean, no one can outdo Dom with the chains. Holy shit, that was fucking... Sorry.
If we just go move past that
Yeah.
one, man. Notice how I never reposted any of those promos.
It's only on YouTube for the rest of your life.
yeah, but I mean, they gotta find me. You gotta find me.
Yeah. Plus, I don't even think that was you. I think that was your twin.
Yeah, me too.
I agree. So anyway, J-Lo's pussy.
Yeah, man. So I was fucking my girlfriend last night in the ass. I hope Alice doesn't watch this. He's gonna be like, "What happened, you guys?"
Yeah,
Fuck
I
'em.
leave for one episode. You guys start talking
Fuck
about
him.
Yeah.
Who said it's even one? Maybe we kicked him out.
Yeah,
You don't even know.
You don't know.
It could be drama.
Yeah, it could
be
be
drama.
Migos
Straight drama.
beef.
It could be
Fucking
drama.
Migos beef.
Fucking Alice.
What, dude? A lot of people have been getting kicked off the off YouTube. I mean, YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah.
like Twitter. It's
Homegirl.
kind of crazy right now. How many people like that guy Sneeko, Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Tate
Tate.
was a while ago, but
Well, yeah, Andrew Tate's though. He was a fucking.
oh, here we go.
I mean,
Right? Was he not crazy?
No, I don't think so. I
yeah,
don't think
I
he's
don't
saying
think
anything
so.
crazy.
Me neither.
I don't know, man. Some of that shit. Really?
And I feel like people are pissed off at the tone, but there's a message in there. You know what I mean?
I
For
think
sure.
if he really wanted to get that message, he could have changed his tone a little bit.
Oh, Grandma Shoney.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, all right.
I feel like what he was saying was like we weren't talking like we didn't say the things he was saying, years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like his delivery was like how we would deliver it. Like he's saying real shit, but he's also trying to be funny. He's trying to keep it
Exactly.
entertaining.
I've never seen a video of him trying to be funny.
The way he says
he's
shit
got
is
dry humor.
yeah.
He's English, so He's got that like
what?
Yeah.
He doesn't have an accent, right?
Yeah, he does a little bit. I mean, I think he grew up in like 3 countries, you know. But he has like a little bit of an English accent. But yeah, I think he's from Luton, or he grew up in Luton or something like that, which is in England.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just a lot of the shit he's saying is totally fine, and people get really butthurt.
Yeah, they do. I feel like, I mean, if you don't like it, just the
turn
fuck
it off.
on.
I don't understand how people keep getting deleted. I mean, we've been through our share of this, which is a little different, but same kind of shit. It's like, if I don't like something, I'm not reporting it. I'm not calling, so I'm not freaking out. I just it's not my shit. Okay,
well, these are the like social justice warriors that are like that makes them feel good to like shut something down, or they don't. Well,
it's like it's like the 2022 term, like the woke people. You know,
excuse me.
You got to update your lingo. It's like the woke folks, like they're woke.
The woke folks, like they don't. I don't know. I've had a lot of friends that kind of went off the edge with a lot of that stuff, like. I don't know, just fucking moving out of California and like that's cool, do your thing, and then they get really you can't have a conversation with them without them mentioning like politics or anything. Yeah. You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's something inside of them that like they don't identify with like a lot of things, but so they make like politics their like personality. That's their shit. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but like it's everything.
But also don't lose friends. I actually got a little bit down this, not like the rabbit hole makes it sound like I'm deep in the internet or something like that, but just I was arguing with friends that I've had for years over some dumb like politics shit, and we're getting arguments where like, you know, at the end of the text thread or end of the conversation, I'm like, fuck that motherfucker. You know, I'm like, wait, what? And then, you know, fast forward like a couple months, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not worth losing a friend that I've known for 20 years over nothing.
Yeah. You
like
still got to live anyway.
Yeah, and this is all going to change. Yeah. Like, it's all going to change in a couple years. Who gives a fuck?
No matter what it is, still got to live anyway.
It can't get to a point where you're just like, I can't fucking, like, I can't have a conversation with my friend without them, like, trying to get a point across. So it's like,
you can steer it though, because I have. There's one friend and there's another one that's really close, but there's one friend that's really bad at this, and everything turns into politics. And I just started. We used to argue. I started just steering him. You know, like
doesn't that get old though? Like
it does get old, but he doesn't do it now though.
Okay.
It took a while, but then now he doesn't bring it up at all.
Okay.
So I just think it took a while because I feel like he thought he had like an audience for it, you know, to like get in the argument he wants to get into, which he did for a second. Yeah. And I'm like, I just got to stop the thing and change it. You know, how about those Giants? You know, just you know.
I mean, decriminalize marijuana crimes. That's pretty cool. And shout out Biden.
That's gonna get political.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the fuck I'm talking.
Cool. So that friend is
You know what, Tom? You know what, Tom? You do you, bro.
Cool. I'm just saying.
How about them Warriors?
It is cool. It is cool. The only, I'm not knocking it at all. I think it's dope. I'm all on board. But
I agree with that, right?
But I thought the problem is it's just fucking it sprinkles on a turd because it's for federal only. There's literally right now there are 0 people in prison for.
It's federal only.
It's federal only, and it's only for simple possession. There's 0. You don't get federal prison
for weed.
For simple possession. You got to like be pushing weight.
That's what I thought. I thought all the trap lords was about to get out.
But they are pardoning. I think 6,500 people are getting pardoned from the past.
Yeah.
So, which is dope. I mean, I'm on board for all that shit. Like, they need to take it's Schedule 1 and the same thing as cocaine.
Yeah,
Get
so
the fuck out of here.
I have a friend. Her brother is in prison, jail. I'm not really sure. I think prison.
Detention center.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be, Discovery Zone. I don't know. And he's been in there for a long time because of like minor possession or something.
Fuck.
And she was talking about this situation, so I can see. For people,
he might be in state jail. You know what I mean? Yeah, that might because like federal is like serious. You know, either you were in the military, which it's auto federal prison.
Yeah.
Or it's like it went up to DEA level. Or like, FBI. Like, you got to be, they don't give a fuck about your gram you had in your pocket. Like, no one cares about that, But they will care about 300 pounds,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Or whatever it is, So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, Dom?
I just thought it was cool.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, I was like, it doesn't make me feel any different about him or any less or whatever. I was just like, he did that. I was like, that's cool.
99% of people in the country under fucking 65 probably like, yeah, whatever. Or even 70 probably. Or like, yeah, I agree with this. I agree with this. It's just like those older folks.
That's cool. You think Brittany's going to get out of jail? You think she's going to do all
Brittany Griner?
Yeah.
Nah, she ain't getting out.
Damn.
Wait, who's this?
Doing the whole
Brittany
that WNBA player that got caught with that vape pen in Russia.
And from what I remember, I might be wrong because it's been a couple weeks now, but it wasn't even the pen. It was just the cartridge that she had in her, and it was a CBD cartridge.
Oh, I thought
you might be right. I don't.
Yeah,
but that's what I remember.
Damn.
So I get all my information from my uncle's Facebook page.
Oh, well, that ain't good.
Yeah. And I'm not going to tell you where he lives.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Start with a T.
Ends with a lock.
Black Lives Matter. I tell you what matters. NASCAR matters.
NASCAR and Turlock. All right. So, but I see his Facebook and he posts, because so what the whole thing was with her, what I thought was something about not kneeling or something at the Olympics or a game. Yeah, and she was like, she didn't want to salute the flag or something because she thought it was bullshit, something about the country, like somebody wasn't getting paid enough. Or
Brittany Griner?
Yeah. Tall chick, tattoos, black. Yeah, dude. And she was like...
Oh, I actually know where he's going with this.
Okay, so once again, I'm going to tell you that this is all Facebook bullshit.
I actually know where he's going with this because there was something about her kneeling for the flag.
Yes.
Whose flag?
For the American flag. And then there was a bunch of like Kaepernick shit where she was supporting Kaepernick on Twitter. And then because I saw some of these posts where people were like, well, fuck her. Because, like she didn't care about the country, so fucking stay your ass over there.
Yeah, this is the same country that you wouldn't kneel for. Why should we help you?
Right.
And I'm just seeing this on Facebook all over the place, and I'm like, what the fuck is
I understand the
going
sentiment a little bit, I guess, but like but I don't know, whatever. It's not my problem, but like I don't know, because like people get really bent out of shape about it, and which I understand why they get bent out of shape. If that was Kobe or LeBron or whatever, like they'd be over there with bombs. Like, no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Like, I kept seeing
Kobe
and
LeBron wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
they're smart enough.
It's just I don't know. If you're gonna go to a country like if we went to Saudi Arabia to do a show or something like that,
or Dubai,
Dubai, yes,
Dubai's
same
really
shit.
strict.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm checking my pocket
everything.
times. I'm checking
everything.
My freaking soles of my shoes.
I got so many guns in my house it'll make your head spin. When I go to the airport, even if it's a bag I don't take to the gun range, I check every pocket. I don't want them to pull out a mag or a bunch of rounds. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't want that. I don't want that smoke. So like, you have to do that.
Making me think. I'm like, fuck.
Well, you should. But like, you don't. I don't know. If you're gonna go to a country like that obviously bans your shit.
Yeah, that's smart.
Don't like fuck around because they're not gonna care. They don't care
care.
you're American. No one gives a fuck.
Yep.
No one cares.
They don't care who you are if you play on a basketball team.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Celebrity.
It's the same thing if you did something here. You know what I mean? I mean, kind of, unless you're like politicians, you're super rich. But but I'm just saying, for the most part, if Brittany Griner, I don't know, pulled a gun at 7-Eleven, she's probably going to prison.
Yeah.
Like they don't care you're a basketball player. Like no one gives a fuck. Like,
so how long is she supposed to be over there?
I thought it was 10 years, right?
It is like a 9-piece.
Yeah.
9-10 piece.
Could you imagine?
A whole dime.
Bro, you're fucking playing in the WNBA.
Making 60
doing
grand
layups. And now you're in the fucking shit. That's nuts,
Doing
man.
a whole dime sack.
Yeah.
Damn.
Over basically nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't that's really nothing.
But, it's fucked. Well, I mean, I guess, she's attracted to women, so at least that's cool.
Not there, it ain't.
Why not?
They don't do that. They don't fuck around with that.
There's no lesbians in Russia?
There's no lesbians in Russia.
Of course there's lesbians in this room. Of course there's lesbians in Russia.
Hey, what are you talking about?
All of you.
It's just a mullet, bro. Jesus. Wait, what?
Yeah, they don't fuck around with that. Yeah. They'll beat protest. They'll have like a pride thing in Moscow or something like that, and the police will come out and beat people up. They're not fucking. It's not funny. I don't know why you're laughing. That's not funny. That's not funny. It's stunning and brave, bro. It's not funny.
That's fucked up. Like, damn.
So there's no
like that.
Yeah.
There's no lesbian play going on in those prisons. Then.
Yeah, I mean, what's that band? There's a band in Russia called Pussy Riot. You guys heard it? Yeah, I know you've heard of them.
I thought that was a band.
They're a band. Yeah, they're like a punk band, but it's
Yeah.
like 4 girls, and they do crazy ass shit. Like, you know, they'll just say they're lesbian. Like, I mean, maybe they are, but they'll just like be out front about everything.
Well, that's what Russians do. You guys remember Tattoo,
One of the
right?
chicks, I think it was in front of Putin. She snuck on stage and then ripped her tits out.
Yeah, I
that
saw
was like
that.
a famous video. She got dragged off stage.
Did she go to jail for 9 years?
I don't think so. I don't. Maybe she went.
No,
to jail. I don't
Putin shot her.
remember. Right there.
he judo flipped her onto a fucking sword. You see him do his judo shit?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
pretty good.
Dude.
black belt. Yeah,
That's intimidating.
yeah.
You know, a leader like that doing judo throws.
Have you ever? There's compilations of like senator. I don't know. I'm just calling them senators. I don't know what they actually are. But in Japan, you know, those kinds of politicians, and they're doing like they're getting fights in the
I know
in
exactly
the middle
what
of
you're
the
talking
shit,
about, yeah.
and they're doing judo throws.
Yes.
like choking each
I-
other.
that was either
Yeah.
China or Japan. I know what
I think it
video.
was Japan. I think it
I
was
know what you're
Japan.
talking about.
Yeah.
choking each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
there was one
he
where the
did
guy
what
did
that-
an arm bar, like all quick on the guy. I'm like, what the
That
telling
one
you-
guy did what Homeboy did to me on the
Yes,
mat.
yes,
He
yes.
fucking put his foot in his
Yes.
waist, took his hands, and then threw him over. Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, they bring that to America, I'm getting into politics.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
That'd be
Dude,
sick.
do we have any politicians that know any? I'm not. It sounds stupid. Like, do we have any politicians that know, like, you know, judo or martial arts? But do we have any that are even in shape
Okay, fuck.
to do that?
There's one. I gotta look it up. I'll keep talking while I look
All
it up.
our politicians are goofy old white motherfuckers.
I mean, bro, like,
That's
what
racist.
if they're sick on the mats? You don't know. You don't know.
bro, their
don't know.
dentures be falling out. They don't smell good. Then we got Putin over here throwing people across the fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, true. They
Theodore Roosevelt. He was
the guy that got a shit name after him.
Yeah, yes. Theodore Roosevelt. He has a famous quote about jiu-jitsu. So this is like what?
Fuck that shit.
1994.
Yeah. Now it's way back in the day. He's talking about Japanese jiu-jitsu, which is similar, but you know, a little different. But he would do jiu-jitsu in the White House. He'd have boxing matches he'd bring in professional boxers. There's like I think it's I don't want to say.
See, what happened to us, man? What the
But yeah,
fuck
he would have
happened to
boxing
us?
matches in the White House. He would have wrestling matches. I think he wrestled in college. Savage in the White House. He would just do
Nice.
this. But he has some super famous quote about jiu-jitsu. I couldn't find it real quick, but he was like,
Brazilians are gonna take this over.
yeah. Brazilians got this for sure. But he's saying it's like the most important thing you can do in your life. There's something quote like that. But there's
Wow.
a few of his quotes. But
Wow.
and it's him talking about that. Like no one heard of that. 100 years ago. No one
Yeah.
knew what that was. Pretty interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Yeah, I don't think I've done anything that's helped me out in life as much as jiu-jitsu, man.
can tell it has.
Sports, like, in high school, basketball, I played a lot of basketball. That helped. Our coach was awesome. We learned some fucking life lessons, but jiu-jitsu is,
I can tell.
with
And
me or just all of us?
No, with you for
Really?
sure. Yeah, in a good way. Like I'm happy for you. Like
Really?
found something. I feel like you found something. You know what I mean? Like you're super into that's different. Because I know your personality and like you going all in. Like when you're into something, like you go all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you ready for the quote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1905, President Theodore Roosevelt. The art of jiu-jitsu is worth more in every way than all of athletics combined.
Wow.
1905.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what he said. Crazy.
That's wild.
That's wild, right? That's before the Brazilians. That was like the 20s when they started doing that, and they
Yeah.
didn't get big, until like
Yeah.
90s, basically. But yeah, that was him. And
how big is the Gracie family?
It's fucking huge.
It's huge,
yeah.
right? I
It's
feel like
huge.
there's always gyms opening up, which is
There's
cool.
all
I
this
just thought it was
drama.
like 5 guys.
Oh no.
No, it's like
But-
a whole.
Yeah,
Like,
they all have all these kids and
Yeah.
like the main guy. I can't remember his name. Adam's so mad right now. But
Roy.
yeah, no, Helio.
Helio?
Yeah. He had like mistresses, and then he had like all these other kids. But then
bro,
they all.
when you fucking the master of the martial art, I'd
I
have
agree.
bitches too.
I agree. Yeah, not mistress. They're bitches. That's what I'm talking about. I got these hoes.
All right, now we're dipping into TTG territory. We're back.
I got these hoes. You trying to get choked out?
Hell yeah, bitch.
Dom's
Give
like,
that
put me in
pussy
a
before I take
triangle
it."
now. I want your pussy in my face.
Sorry.
Arrested.
All right, my bad, my
Arrest
bad.
this man
I got
right now.
excited.
FBI.
I got tasteless. A little too tasteless.
I think Brazilians have big families. I think that's the thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
big families.
bunch of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Would you ever, if you ever to go to Brazil, would you like go to a jiu-jitsu class there?
Yeah, just make sure I got in shape before, because they're gonna try to fuck you up.
Exactly. I'd be too scared to.
I
I'd be like, nah, I don't roll.
I think it'd be chill, but like I just feel like they have a different mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, where you're from? I'm like, Victory.
Yeah.
Jocko's gym.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
we didn't shake hands.
Yeah.
So-
I think it'd be totally fine. I mean, it's probably the most like welcoming community I've ever met.
Really?
Ever. Yeah, if you go to like open mats and shit, like, dude.
You ever you roll with Brazilians and they're like,
No. Oh, no. I mean,
I'm pretty sure every Brazilian I roll with whoop my ass.
I'm saying jujitsu. I'm saying jujitsu. Like in general.
Oh,
Jiu-jitsu's very like open and welcoming.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
if you just meet somebody on the street, like, oh, you train? And automatically you're like best friends. It's like being in the military, but even more. Like it's weird. Yeah, it's very weird.
I feel if we went to Brazil, it would be an eye-opening experience.
I think so
You
too.
know?
Yeah, because
then
that'd be
again-
cheating. That's why. Fuck jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to go to these whorehouses. You guys are boring as fuck.
Who comes to Brazil for jiu-jitsu? Fuck
it,
that.
Yeah, hey, we got mat time, all right.
I'm training. Fucking dorks.
Hey,
Let me
babe,
dive in this
I gotta
pussy.
take another trip down to Brazil for this fucking mat time, baby. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you would know this. You roll at other gyms. How do you think Victory is? Like all the whole Victory crew. Like when we go to other gyms, like I've only went to one other gym. Shout out to National City Jiu Jitsu, and I felt like I held my own. Like, I was like, damn, I'm like, you know.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we're in the Mecca. If it's like we're in the Mecca. I feel like if we were in a different, like if you go, I'm not gonna say the gym, but I went somewhere else and it was big chilling. It was somewhere on the East Coast. Oh, it was big chilling. Yeah, but it wasn't New York, because New York has a really serious jiu-jitsu scene. It wasn't New York,
Fucking South Dakota.
I was just chilling.
Yeah,
I don't know. But we're in the Mecca. We're in the Mecca of like you're not. There's no bad gyms. They just like, who would train at a bad gym here? Why would you?
Yeah.
I feel like you get called out too for having a bad gym.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Dom,
yeah.
let's take a trip to Nebraska.
But even I remember there was a
gym?
couple times when there was I forgot about this. This was like a couple years ago. But 3 purple belts from Canada showed up, and I was a blue belt at the time. They were like not as big as I am, but like pretty big. You know, like they're gonna give me a hard time. You know, that kind of big. And I just had no issue, and I was like, oh, but like. And then I was talking to them and like where they were from. There's one small gym. Their coach was a brown belt. I'm like, oh, dude. You know, we got Michael Jordan over here.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting on the edge of the mat. You know, like this isn't like, you know. I don't know. It's just different levels.
Dean Lister, and then who else? I mean,
Me.
Dom Lister.
I got to get Dean on the show. He said he would do it. He said,
you know, it's funny that somebody asked me that on Twitch today. They're like,
he
"Get
said it
Dean on
multiple
here."
times, and like we've talked about it. Like, you know, after a couple drinks, we talked about it at the mat. Like a couple times, like, dude, I'm down. Just tell me when.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta take him out and get a couple beers, and then just bring him to the studio.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be totally down. Yeah.
I got a lot of good questions for Dean.
Yeah. And he's super interesting. I mean, he was on the Jocko podcast. Super interesting.
So I didn't know Dean, but I've seen Dean multiple times in his early, I want to say like 2007, 2008 era. I'm not sure if he's like just blowing up or you've been around, but you know, that's when I started my DJ career, and I saw him multiple times downtown. And I remember the first time you and me talked, you're like, yeah, Dean Lister teaches at Victory, so when you come, like, he'll be there. And I was like, oh, I heard of him. Yeah. And I was like, isn't he kind of like a dick? He's kind of an asshole, isn't he? Because the only Dean I knew was like intoxicated Dean downtown, like not anything dangerous, but like,
but he's not. Yeah,
I definitely been on a couple party buses where he opens the door and jumps in the bus, and you know we're like, what the fuck, like,
Well,
and
who's
all
gonna
the
tell
chicks,
him no?
Exactly. All the
UFC
chicks like, oh my
fighter.
God.
I'm top 10 in the fucking world in this shit. I go wherever the fuck I want.
All the chicks are like, ooh, Dean Lister, and all the guys are like, fuck, like no one's gonna say anything, you know. Like,
I mean,
not
if you
that he
all
was an
said
asshole, but
something.
that's the only arena I saw him in was downtown having shots, and he was probably at the top of his game back then. Maybe.
I mean, he's in the UFC for fuck's sake, you know. For
everyone
years.
fucking loved him, and guys were just like, God damn it, this guy again.
There goes the pussy.
Yeah.
All to him.
Yeah, so
Which
that'd be
is
cool.
a weird thing, huh?
What?
I mean, not
to be a UFC fighter and get pussy?
No. I'm just saying,
love
like,
that.
because we all experience that. If you're a guy and a dude shows up, let's say somebody famous or somebody like everyone knows has a lot of money, there might be somebody, you know, where you live at where like guy drives a Ferrari, or so everyone knows, you know, like this guy's got fucking money, and he shows up and everyone's like,
Yeah.
No, just
all
the guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not everyone. Sorry, just the guys
Yeah.
go,
Motherfucker.
fuck. Like,
hypergamy.
because now I just can't do what I want.
Yeah,
You know, there's
you
gonna,
can't.
Yeah.
like if this person chooses the girl that I'm trying to hook up with,
What do I-
and like,
Hands.
yeah,
That's why I'm gonna hit those boxing classes, baby. Next person comes on the party bus, man.
but how
That's
crazy
it.
is that?
Yeah,
That's just
that
fucking sad.
That is. It's
I'm
really
getting
fucking
sad thinking about it. I'm about to
Hell
cry.
yeah. But bro, it is an ego boost
But-
when it goes the other way though, because that's happened
Or
to
they're
me.
like cool
Yeah.
with you.
No, like
Oh.
when freaking
you're the
like,
guy?
Well, yeah, when you're the guy and the freaking more superior guy tries to get at your chick, and then
Oh
like,
yeah,
she's
and
not
she
going
knocks
for
it down.
Yeah, she knocks
That
it
actually
down.
feels great.
And
See,
then
I-
she slides him his fucking number, and then fucking later on
Under
that
the
night,
table?
Yeah. And this nigga goes to bed at like 10 o'clock.
I got a boyfriend.
Dom's, cuddling,
exactly.
Dom's cuddling with a body pillow, just like, oh yeah, baby. What?
Baby.
She's at Dean Lister's house.
Oh no! Get some
She's
jujitsu.
tapping.
She's tapping, all right.
Mama,
Yeah,
no.
or the other way is when the guy shows up, which this one I liked when I first started DJing. Now I'm kind of weird about it, but like the dude, it could be UFC fighter, celebrity, or the guy that was on.
Survivor.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of those bachelor shows.
Yeah,
or
oh,
whatever.
sure.
Shows up because all those fucking bachelor and bachelorette people that are on the shows, they all moved to San Diego.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
exactly.
noticed that.
And they're all gorgeous.
Yeah,
They're all fucking gorgeous.
Super
but-
disrespectful.
This is very disrespectful unless they're cool with you, which has happened to me multiple times. And now it just happened with, I think his name's Chad or Chase or something. I don't know his exact name, but yeah, we're real good friends.
Clearly.
But we met at a dinner, and I didn't know who the fuck he was. I don't watch his shows, but, you know, Bahar knows who he is, and then a couple other friends like, oh, what's his name? But he's like super nice guy, so every time I see him out, he's like, Schoeny, what up?
See, that's dope. Yeah.
It's
that's
awesome.
cool.
It makes you feel fucking great.
Yeah.
And then, you know, people look at you, and it gets a little weird because you're like,
You tell him I was on TV too.
were you on TV?
No, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was on I was like on the fucking lower level.
Nah, that
Flavor of
show
Love.
slaps.
It's on Flavor of Love.
That went straight to DVD.
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav's bitch.
I actually used to watch that show that you were on. I watched that like not religiously, but like when it was on and
Patty
I'm flipping
Sanger
through, I'm
and
like,
shit,
dude, it's fucking
yeah.
funny. Like on like that one guy. I mean, this is probably 10 years ago now, but there was a one guy on there, and he's obviously playing a character, especially after hearing when
They
you
hire,
on it.
yeah, they hire people too.
And he's like, I'm just trying to meet an older girl. And he's from Boston. He has like a Boston accent. And he's like, I'm trying to get a Ferrari, Maserati. And he just kept saying it, Ferrari,
Yeah.
Maserati. And it was, dude, I was crying because it was just so funny. He just kept
They
saying
get
it over
some
and
good
over.
characters on there,
Yeah,
you know?
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, what's up with that? They all moved down here. It's weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I heard.
We're in the
because, you know what I'm saying?
mecca of the world.
Mecca of what? Good looking people?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first moved here, I remember coming from San Francisco and like there's I would say like people are older in San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people leave there to go to college and they don't come back, I guess. So you don't have a lot of people that are like 20.
Yeah, they got old money because too fucking expensive.
It's too expensive. Yeah, literally, yeah. But you don't have a lot of people that are like 20 to 30. And then when I moved here, I remember driving down the 5 freeway, which is like our main, like, you know, one of the main freeways here, driving into San Diego, and I'm looking at cars. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
What you mean?
Bitches! That's
Bro,
what I mean.
Bro, there's so many hot chicks in San Diego. So I haven't been DJing for what, 6-7 months, maybe less. So I haven't been to PB in like a minute, and then you know I go every once in a while. But I was driving down Garnett on like a Thursday, Friday night, and there's so many hot chicks. I texted my girlfriend, and I was like, "Babe, there's so much
It's
fucking
kinda
ass
overwhelming.
in San." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. They're really hot over there." And I was like, "Okay." Like, yeah, it's fucking insane. And what's funny is my cousins, this is years ago, my cousins came down to San Diego. They're from Bakersfield. And they come down and they're like, yo, we want to go out for my bachelor party. I was like, cool, we're going to go to the Hard Rock. Like I DJ there all the time. We can get in. It's cool. Funny part of it is they all have like knives in their pocket. Like just, you know, like the clip knife.
Yeah.
And the bouncer's like,
Yeah,
"No,
you can't
what
bring
the
that
fuck
in.
are you
Yeah.
doing?"
Yeah.
And they're like, what, really? And I was like, yeah. So I was like, all right, let me have the knives, put them in a DJ bag. And,
My
and
eyes now.
they saw the amount of women, good-looking women, just at Hard Rock, which was a
Yeah.
decent crowd back in the day.
Yeah.
And one of my cousins, he didn't want to get married anymore. He's like, I don't think I want to get married. This is blowing my mind how many hot women. And even back then, I was like, yeah, I mean, they're hot, you know. But you're right. If you're not from San Diego and you come here, you're like,
well, we have 3 massive colleges on top of being like already like just a beautiful spot. I mean, like people move to Rio, you know, Brazil or something like that. They move there because like the beaches and shit. It's similar, not as nice, but it's similar to that. Like people move here because they want to be by the beach or whatever. They move from Arizona. So we have that and 3 colleges, like massive, huge colleges here.
It's almost like us in San Diego going to Miami.
Right.
When I went to Miami first time, I was like, God damn.
Miami will fuck your whole brain up.
Really, I've never been.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I'm actually freaking out right now. Because I was there in November. I was by myself and I was like, God damn.
I'm about to whip my dick out.
I need to be single right this second.
Yo, I'm about to fuck a dude.
Holes is holes. Holes is holes. Been saying that for a decade. No, it's actually like fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, Miami's like a whole different.
Really?
But that's how other people act or see things when they come to San Diego. In Miami, just bartenders like, God damn.
Well, we have a lot of white chicks here, though. We have a lot of white chicks here. In Miami, I feel like there was a lot of like
trannies.
Well, banned. But there's a lot of like Puerto Rican chicks and like you know whatever.
For sure. Ethnic.
There's like other stuff going on. Like here there's so many. It's all like mostly white girls, really. Like which. I ain't mad at you.
Oh, yeah, I ain't mad.
I'm fucking mad.
It's funny. Like
you guys know I ain't down with a white chick.
He just wants to hit a black chick so bad.
Never
in my
life. Once or twice.
That's like when chicks come and they sometimes when they request songs, like you're not gonna play this song for a group of hot chicks. It's like I live in San Diego. There's hot chicks everywhere.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. Yeah, you're not special.
Yeah. Well, that's like the 10 that moves from Arizona. You know, they live in whatever, Phoenix or whatever. Yep. Which Phoenix, actually, there's hotties there, but because it's college town. But they moved from Phoenix to here, and it's like, well, you were 10 there, but like.
Well, everyone in their hometown told them they were going to make it. You know, that whole story. Usually they go to Hollywood, but they come to San Diego to take it easy. And it's like, yeah, you're an 8, you're a 7 here.
Yeah, no one cares here.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares.
That was one of my favorite parts of DJing is shutting down hot chicks.
Me too. I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it, man. I do this for the fellas that get shut down, man. That's what I do it for. I do it for them.
I do it because I'm an asshole, but
no, I do it for them, man.
It has a purpose.
It's
You're just a dickhead.
It's a power thing, bro. It's a fucking power thing. I think I got my feelings hurt in high school.
Down.
So now I'm still getting back on that one chick with others just fucking fam. No,
I'll be shutting them. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you ain't gonna play for a group of hot chicks? I'm like, hot chicks.
So is that how
to see a hot chicks? I'm in San Diego, baby. I do this.
No, dog. Dom, you talk too much. When she says that, be like, play a song for this hot chick. You just gotta like this. Look her up and down and go.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
and then
spicy.
start scratching, bro. What, bitch?
I'm like, I'm not just the
bro.
silence.
I'm telling you,
spicy.
don't waste your breath. And she can't even hear you anyways, man. Just not even like that, but just like laugh, like look them up and down, and go. Oh man,
You're a 6.
Damn, that's spicy.
And play some Cardi B right after.
Yeah, if you're a 6. Yeah, I like that. I'm starting doing that. That's silent.
Yeah, just make sure they don't work at the bar.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the spiciest things I ever heard.
Me
like
too.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm way too thirsty for that shit.
Scoop's like, fuck you. No, but I'm sorry.
Will you give me your number if I do?
Like, here's the thing, baby girl. If you give me your number.
Oh my god, you're soft.
Yeah, it's soft, man. It's soft as hell.
Why'd you quit DJing?
Why? I just feel like it was too much. I mean, this is gonna get real. It was just too much of a grind. And I was like, I really did love it. It's so fun. That's how I met you guys, obviously. Like, it's so fucking fun. The experiences you have are awesome. And like, I don't know. It just, there was one day I just woke up and I was like, God damn, I got this website up. I'm making mixes on SoundCloud. I'm, going out, 4 times a week, not drinking necessarily, but just going out because you got to like show yourself, especially if you like don't have a following or something. Even back then too, like there was, nobody had like, 100,000 followers on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
So like you have to go out and like talk to people and just do that whole thing. And it was just so many nights of Oh yeah. You're talking to like maybe the owner or maybe the
I get you in. I get you in.
yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Hey, what's
yeah.
next month looking
hit
like?
him up. Nothing. Crickets,
dude.
And it's just like it's just such a grind.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this grind. And then also the other thing is I was looking at older folks who were, maybe in their like early 40s, at that time, or maybe even late 40s, and they're still doing that. Like, I don't know if I want to be doing that. I love this. Music is playing music in front of people. When you got them, it's the best fucking. You cannot replicate
chase that high every fucking
bro.
night.
And here's the thing. 70% of the time doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like you never get them, maybe even more than that, but you never like get them. But then there's that one time you're like, holy
it's like your first
shit.
hit of that crack rock.
Yeah, you're like the puppeteer dude.
Hell
You're
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
bro,
Fucking
everything
love it.
I play slams.
Yes.
Everyone is screaming.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, holy
You can't
shit.
play a Dill song.
But then that takes like, who's the crowd going to be? Is it going to be packed? What night is it? And now I got to do Tuesday, Thursday, fucking, whatever, Friday at some shitty spot I don't even like.
Yeah.
I got to do all three of those to get the one Saturday that I hopefully can get next month. And like, so I got to do all these shit gigs to get the one that maybe might not even be popping.
There's so many politics.
Because it's a payday, or to like, in between
off
a payday.
day, yeah.
Yep.
Then there's half the crowd that are at the club. Is
The day before Thanksgiving.
But then
Yep.
that's
Then we got a date open. Christmas.
Yep.
Bitch.
and that's the only
Thanks a
club
lot,
day.
Park.
Yeah,
like
I got
that's
that.
the-
I get to trust me. I got that multiple times.
That's
Fuck,
the only
it sucks,
club day you
dude.
got for the month.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck.
DJing, I'll tell you this. DJing is not hard. It's not hard. I could teach anybody how to DJ within 2 or 3 weeks. You're not going to be very good, but you can know the gist of it. What's hard is the fucking grind, and it is a grind, dude. Look at
It's
these
also
fucking
hard to get the
crow's
crowd,
feet on
though.
my fucking eyes, dude. It's a grind. I've been doing it for a long time. It fucks your sleep up. It fucks your ego and your personality up a little bit because it's fucking. I remember the first time I talked to someone that's fucking strung out on fucking coke and he owned the club, and I was like, oh, this dude's gonna make my career. And the next day, he even hit me up.
Yep.
Didn't even fucking
don't even
talk to me.
remember. You don't
Doesn't even remember,
Yeah.
man. Just fucking coked out of his fucking mind.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, yeah. And he's like, let's take over this town, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Schoeny,
yeah.
we're going to start getting you to these clubs. I was like, oh, my God.
Have you ever been to Vegas? We're going to get you there.
Exactly.
Well, the thing that's crazy, though, I don't know names or anything, but I know people that's happened to, and it did work out.
It
we
happens.
have a friend.
But
who-
it's the same. I think it's the same ratio or the same percentage of if you're going to get a good crowd or not. It's like a 80%. Like, not even that.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
I remember in the beginning people being like, yo, man, I have a friend that has a friend that works in Vegas. I'll be like, now if I hear that, get the fuck out of my
it ain't
face.
happening,
And
yeah.
it's not, I'm not trying to be an asshole.
It's
It's just
nothing's
like
gonna come
the
out of that.
chances of that happening. I know the industry. I know a little bit. I've been around the block. A friend of a friend. That's
and those
tough.
people are going to block you. Even I have a friend who lives in Vegas. He knows a lot of people, and he would say stuff like that, in which he knows the people. Like, I mean, like the high, like got the people that run all the clubs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and he would say that, and it's just like what you're saying. I get all excited, but then like, dude, they don't know you like that, and they don't know me like that. And why would they?
It's such a far shot.
They're going to displace the people that they know and trust to bring you, the random person, in because you know this person. It's not happening. Why would that happen?
Yeah.
Now, looking back, literally, why would that happen? Why would they bring somebody in, pay more, than somebody that's local? They can pay $200.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I
And
had this chick. This chick was like, she was like, oh yeah, I know this guy. This guy I used to talk to. He can get you into some clubs and stuff. Hit him up. No response. I was like,
Well, that's the most
like, I was like,
awkward
bitch,
thing.
you used to fuck him. Now, all of a sudden, you come out of the blue with this friend that DJs.
Right. But and then they're not that person and my friend as well. But they're not even like, they think they're hooking you up, in which they're trying to.
Yeah.
But they're not like doing anything malicious.
Well, you also have to think about this is like, I used to, I liked bottle service girls. Who doesn't?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I don't.
They're beautiful.
Ugly. Sorry.
Ugly white chicks.
Fives.
And, I did my thing, and I would have bottle service chicks that would be like, I know the promoter, I know the owner, I'm going to get you in. And I was stoked. I was like, cool. It would usually, sometimes it would work out, sometimes it wouldn't. But then I started learning that you don't know what that person's relationship is with the owner or the booker. they might be throwing fucking dirty dick DJs at them fucking all night. Like, oh yeah, this is my friend. He's like, not again.
Yeah.
So automatically I'm like, yeah, like give him my mixtape, or here's my card, follow me on IG. And then that might automatically put me in this class of like, oh, I'm not booking that
you'll
dude.
never get there.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh wow.
I mean, I would say I learned this probably like 6 or 7 years ago, especially when I started talking to I started hanging around other DJs that were way bigger than me, and they used to just fucking school me on this shit. I was like, whoa, fuck. They're like, yeah, you got to be careful. Like, you always want to go to the main like talent buyer, like be on an agency. You want to be on a roster. Yeah. So yeah, dude, you never know, because this chick that's why it's always like, yeah, don't.
That's why I didn't get booked in LA.
Yeah.
Because he fucking saw that and he put me on like the bad people list.
Yeah.
It could
like,
be.
Don't book this guy in LA. Nowhere.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that.
And Vegas. That's why.
Just everywhere.
He was like, this fool can't scratch.
This fool can't.
No one cares.
He's like, all right, let's book this dude. First, let's look up Tasteless Gentleman episode 200. Oh my God.
Is that chains?
Are those chains? Fuck this dude.
Oh, you know the other thing that this is another big thing that really pushed me out of from doing it was the amount of people that are like, I don't know, they're like elitist about it. Like, oh, like that dude can't even scratch. Like, I made that joke, but like, there's people that say that shit, and it's like, bro, you haven't been in a club for 10 years, but they're in the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like they're talking shit about you. Like, that fool can't even do that. It's like, bro.
Well, you got to watch out also, because they, the club owners or bar managers might hire an older, salty DJ to book DJs.
Yeah, right.
And whatever,
but
I don't DJ anymore, so fuck y'all.
But that's probably
always happens.
Time.
So they're like gatekeepers. It's like, oh, let's book Dom, or one of the owners is like, I just fucking met this DJ. He's cool. SoundCloud is good. I seen him live. And then the fucking salty fucking DJ that books is gonna be like, well, he doesn't scratch, or he
crushes so hard, and that person's jealous. Yep. I've seen that.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
Like, bro, who doesn't want that?
Yeah. Exactly. I never understood that.
Another thing. So this is good we're talking about this, because another thing I've run into plenty of times, which was very annoying, was it actually happened happened a couple times when I got on Sleeping Giant Music, the agency. They would book me at places I had no fucking clue. It felt great. Like, I wasn't talking to someone or they were talking to me. We're trying to work things out. It was my agency was like, hey, this club wants you to go to fucking their place and DJ for them. Cool, let's do it. I fucking show up and they're like, here's homeboy's number. Here's your point of contact. Hit them up. Leave the hotel. They'll pick you up. Cool. So I'll go out. They pick me up. And the point of contact or the booker or even the manager or owner is a young dude with tattoos. And I'm like,
that's cool. Can't you relate?
Nope.
No good?
Why is that no good?
Sometimes use competition.
Yeah.
What?
Or a lot of the times,
a promoter that's got tattoos and it's white, how's that competition?
Same age.
A white dude with tattoos that's a promoter, DJ, or bartender. We want to be the only person with tattoos. We want to be like the what's up. It's
I mean,
me,
I feel
dog.
like that in PV. I do want to be the only black person.
There you go.
And I want to be the only person that looks like Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh, you look like Shrek. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, fuck
Get
you,
the
bro.
Fuck out of here.
All the black people leave Pacific Beach.
Get out of that swamp.
So that's another thing I learned. It's crazy. Like, there's been plenty of times where they pick me up, or like anybody that has a little bit of say, if I get booked again, looks like me, or fucking looks like MGK, or fucking Travis Barker.
Great.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joel at I forgot the name of the club. They just changed it. But
Good
Oklahoma
friends, good
City.
friends.
No,
What, he looks like, let me guess, he looks like you?
Greystone doesn't look like me. He's a little bit older than me, but has tattoos. Dope, takes care of himself. First time I met him, I was like, "Oh, I'm not DJing here again." Yeah, I thought it, and then we became good friends. And he brought me, and it reversed. He brought me out there every month.
Oh, see?
Well, that happened once. It happened once. All the other times, especially if I like walk in or it's the end of the night and everyone's drunk and I'm like hanging out with some of the bartenders or the bottle service chicks and they're like, oh, Shoney's so hot, like that shit. And then homeboy hears it and he's like, oh.
Well, he's been
trying to get in this chick's pants.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got tattoos too.
chain smokers, motherfucker, get out of here.
Well,
It happens, man.
Even to your point, not even just in DJing, I'm sure this shit happens all the time. It's like this weirdo jealousy thing, and people they'll block you from like. I know this happens in the corporate world. Not that I'm in the corporate world, but I know people that are.
I mean, you're a businessman.
A businessman doing business, you know.
Moving markets.
Moving markets.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
It's not my fault right now.
I didn't move that one.
Not right now. But you know, like I've heard this from friends that do corporate shit. Like they'll get cock blocked by, you know, for like the promotion by even their boss that they're cool with because of whatever. People probably don't take that in enough consideration.
Yeah.
You know, like
It
you
happens.
have to be moving kind of strategically, not all the time. Don't be like, have your guard up, but you have to be thinking like that because you never, dude, there's so many fucking weirdos out there doing weird shit for weird reasons. They got molested when they were 8 and you look like their uncle.
So
There
now
you
we got
go.
something against you.
You'll never DJ here again.
Yeah. Or even it gets to the point where it's like maybe the wrong sports jersey.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Dom, don't be wearing sports gear.
I don't.
Come on, bro.
Dude, if I do, I'm wearing soccer.
Come on, dog.
Sports guy's the worst.
Yeah, bro. You wear the wrong jersey, bro.
Yeah.
That could be the end of it.
I'm not
sure.
a Philly fan, bro. Neither am I.
It matches
I like the colors.
It matches the J's.
Dom, hey, it's fucking chestnut checkers, bro. Straight
For
up,
real.
man.
Oh, man.
Your Aussie homie that we met up with, he told me, he's like, you know, Schoeny, you should
gotta
be
pee.
go for it. He told me that I should manage DJs or artists. I was like, fuck, that would actually be pretty good. I would have fun doing that.
You think so?
Well, just little shit like the shit I'm talking about. I feel like this could really help people.
I almost said his name, but I feel like I would. No, I mean I wouldn't, but it'd be a certain part of me would be like, damn, like maybe I should book myself here and then give him this gig.
Wait. Explain that again.
Like if there were some like venues that wanted like certain like DJs, I'd
Yeah.
be like, well, I'm gonna put myself here. I'm gonna say he's not available, but I am, and then I'll give him.
Oh, I see. So you'd be like managing him and then like jumping in on some of his gigs.
Yeah, like somebody we know.
for sure. Oh my god, I can think of 4 DJs right now that do that
Like,
shit.
bro, hey man, you keep just placing yourself.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, right, more power to those people.
Oh yeah, I'm just fucking.
But
with you.
yeah, no, that happens a lot, dude.
It does.
You know? I feel like I could help. I could help a lot of DJs.
I think,
you know?
and I think with your knowledge, definitely. You know what I mean? You've been around the block a few times.
Yeah, now I'm like I'm
you
out of
do
the
that.
game. I'm in Twitchville, you know,
Twitchville.
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
There we go.
So
What
I
times?
feel like I could help people. But it's like those little things we talked about. It's weird, but that shit never goes away. I feel like we never grew up. I feel like I'm DJing at high school parties, kind of like people get feelings, like people get fucking jealous.
I just don't
some
like-
some venues, people fucking love me. They're like, dude, you have whatever date you want, and some places I gotta fucking suck dick to get an opening spot. Like for so long in San Diego, I was like, dude, why am I not headlining at these places? Yeah. And then finally I started figuring it out. And like I said, I started hanging out with fucking these bigger DJs. And they're like, bro, you're never going to be the Diplo of San Diego. You're never going to be the DJ Vice or the DJ scene of your town. You got to do that in another town, people that don't know you. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's true. So I stopped worrying about headlining at all these fucking dope spots in the Gas Lamp downtown. Because it was like, dude, they're never going to, they don't pay any local DJs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say above $500, but they don't pay them like headliners.
Yeah,
they don't want you because you DJ fucking everywhere during the week.
But then also, it's just like getting promoted in the military. When they make like a chief in the Navy specifically, you know, when you get E7, you become a chief, they move you.
Yes.
Because they don't want you around the people that knew you before.
Because they're still homies. And
Yeah.
you still, one of my
Exactly.
homies
They see
got
you as the
yeah.
old person.
Yeah.
You're like, no, now you're like a higher level.
Yes.
But it's exactly what you're saying.
all your friends, and like I had a
Right.
buddy that made chief, and we'd still give him shit. He would get mad because
Yeah.
like, y'all gotta
Now
treat me
he's
like
chief.
a chief. It's like, yeah, we're treat you as
But
a chief.
that's the exact same thing now.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
you know, if you go to New York, now you're like, oh, you're a California DJ.
Bro, you get treated. I remember the first time I DJ'd outside of California, man. I almost cried. They treated me like a fucking superstar.
Yeah.
And it still happened. Like until this day, like if I DJ outside, first time in Sacramento, shout out to Brian at fucking Park. God damn, dude. They took me out to dinner, picked me up in a limo, got my fucking hotel. I was like, thank you so much. And then I come to San Diego and they're like, yeah, we got you $100. We didn't do well at the door, so.
So, and by the way, yeah, that bar tab, it's $10 now.
Yeah. and you're ordering your own Uber Black to go a block to your car.
Yep. And trust me, like there's a lot of local spots that are amazing. I love you guys, but yeah, that's how it feels, and that's how it is sometimes. It's you got to build your brand outside of your city, and you gotta start, you know, pricing yourself accordingly in other cities, and that's, you know.
But to the point, I know I walked out right when you were saying it, but
Yeah.
the guy that was here, he was saying you should be managing other DJs 1,000%. because like you know all the bullshit. You've done like way more than enough to know like from the small shit to the big shit.
Yeah.
To like, oh, you want to like, you know, you're gonna open for Snoop Dogg. Like I've literally watched you do that. You know what I mean? Like you've done all of that stuff. So like you know how
I fucked it all up too. So
Yeah,
like I
even better.
know, I fucked so much shit
literally.
up.
Well, that's everyone's done that. Everyone's done that. Yeah. People always like I hate when people say this. Like they act like the people that have accomplished something or done something. They're like, oh well, they never they just got off or like they got lucky. It's like everyone fucks up everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like you literally just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know how shit works, and then
you learn you find out the hard way on all
you find
that
out the
shit.
hard way, yeah. And then a couple times it happens, you're like, oh, I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah.
Then you have to like, reorganize, and then you look shit up and figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have to run this by Sleeping Giant because I mean, basically, Sleeping Giant, it's an agency that I'm on, so I can't just be like, well, I'm gonna have my side agency,
This is what we'll do. We'll go in the office. I'll bring a baseball bat.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We're
gonna put a mat down.
We'll talk to Freddie. Baseball bat and mat.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
All
Freddie,
Give him a choice. Give him a choice.
Freddie, you have to roll.
You have to roll, right? Put the phone down, Freddie. Get on the
He
mat.
pulls out a gun. I'm like, well, all right.
We tried.
We tried.
Nah, fuck it, man. I'll
Yeah.
work for Sleeping Giant,
Yeah.
man. We'll get some artists in there. Yeah, man. I mean, that would be fun, but yeah.
Because you really, I mean, you can't be a manager of anything if you don't know the industry. Like right this second, I mean, maybe a restaurant's a bad example, but like whatever. I couldn't be the manager at Home Depot. Like right now, if they're like, oh, you're hired.
Yeah.
I would have no fucking. You got to go through the ranks. Like,
Yeah.
you got to know what the
You
fuck's
gotta know
going
what the fuck's
on,
going
and
on,
like,
yeah.
I would
At
have
least a
no
little
idea.
bit.
Yeah,
I would
no
pay
idea.
money to see you in one of those orange
That'd be sick.
aprons.
Oh,
Just smoke a weed in the back.
I'm playing pranks on this motherfucker.
What?
I'm playing pranks.
Yeah, as I'm doing lines in the back. Play your
never mind.
pranks.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't
obviously.
give a fuck. Fire me.
Hey,
It's not
doing
fun if
lines,
you don't
cutting
care.
wood with a big ass fucking like rotary saw. What do you guys need?
I got a brick.
That's a Netflix special
Yeah,
right there.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Fuck him.
Coked out Scoop working at fucking Home Depot.
Fuck Mr. Depot.
Y'all want to get out of here?
No.
That's the first for you, man. You're always like, hey, all right, we're good. 45 minutes. Hey, we good? Where we at, Dom?
I don't want to waste people's time
What are you talking about?
with my bullshit.
I guarantee you everyone's going to love this episode.
Yeah, cause you missed one.
And I'll give you one reason. Hey, can we get rid of that mic and the chair over there, please? Can we put that in the...
Yeah, just get rid
It's
of it.
well, we might as well. He's never coming back.
Oh, you don't think so?
No. That was like his exit. He just didn't realize it.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Is he dead?
Hey, are we
He's done.
Are we changing the locks on the studio tonight?
Already done.
Block Alex on
I
IG?
snuck into your house and changed the key. It's already done. Make it easy for you. You don't have to have any awkward combos.
Hey, you're a real homie. Thank you so much. All I have to go is like, all I have to do is go, I don't know, dude.
Bro, I
Same
literally
key.
don't know.
What the fuck, bro? I asked Bradley. Ask Bradley. I don't know.
Oh fuck, bro.
Fuck, it's hot as hell in here.
It
It
is.
got
It's
hot
getting-
quick.
It's
Well,
getting
let's
hot,
dip.
man. It's
I got
definitely
thermals
getting
on
hot,
too.
man.
Let's dip then.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, this is fun, man. I
Yeah, it
know.
was. When's the last
all that-
time we had an episode with just us three?
Actually, I just saw one. I think it was like 10 or 15 episodes ago. I was
So
going through sometimes
5
I'm
years.
It's good. It's always good, even if it's me leaving or Dom leaving. It's sometimes 3. It's just a different vibe, you know.
It's a different vibe for
You
sure.
know?
Yeah, definitely.
We gotta
So,
get the storyteller back.
Yeah.
Father
dude.
time.
Sometimes I feel like we jump
Father
around a
time.
lot. And tonight was a very fluent, like
We
obviously it
definitely
was
jump around. Yeah.
80% jiu-jitsu, but I feel like people are cool with that. They,
Something
you know,
different.
I mean,
we
even-
don't need to perform for these.
Even
fools.
before I ever did jiu-jitsu, I would listen to like Joe Rogan. I know people hate him or like him.
Do
or
people
whatever,
hate
but-
Joe Rogan now?
Yeah, some people do. I don't, he's just the biggest one, so like
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
have
yeah.
haters. But he would talk about jiu-jitsu, and I didn't even do it, and I was like, damn, it's interesting.
Yeah, the way
You
he
know?
talks about it is pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
And people keep starting because of us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
There's a couple people at the gym
Yeah.
that like they started because
Exactly. So I think that's dope.
That's
you know what I'm
always
saying?
like kind of like mind blowing sometimes. Where like I'll roll with someone even after the roll, they're like, "Oh, thanks, Schoeny." I was like, "I just met this dude. How did you remember my name?" He's like, "No, I watched TTG, And he's like, I've been thinking about jiu-jitsu, and it's like, it's my first week. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me before we rolled?
Gracie, cut the check.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Like, that's crazy.
There's one guy who always says T2G every time I walk in the gym.
That's awesome.
Cornball. He knows what I'm talking about. Fucking cornball.
I don't know.
Make him stop.
He probably says it to me too, and it just doesn't register. I go in there with like a different.
Just gotta come over and say some weird shit to me. Like,
Really?
how come you're quiet? It's fucking 6:30. Fuck, I'm just here to train. Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone.
Do something tasteless.
Yeah.
There's
Bro.
a couple coaches that know about the Tasteless Gentleman, and they will mention things in front of the whole class, like during like instruction.
Yeah.
And
When there's 50 people there.
There's like 50 people, and he'll be showing a move. I'm not gonna say what coach. He doesn't care, but he's like one of our favorites. And he's showing a move, and then he describes the move in kind of a racy way. And he's like, I don't know if we can say that. Can we say that?
And then he'll look at one of us.
Hey, Schoeny,
Oh my God.
can we say that? You're on the Tasteless Gentleman, you know.
God, bro.
The spokesman for tasteless.
Bro, and I'm just like with my mouthpiece like, oh.
Yeah. Well, he made like a rape joke. You're like,
Yeah, hey, yeah, dude. And it's like, and a lot of the people don't know, so they're just like, what the fuck does Schoeny do?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, and it's like, oh, dude, it's funny, but at the same time, it gets a little old. It's like, I don't
you got
fucking-
a Pornhub?
Yeah, right?
Fuck.
Coach Brian does that a lot.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah,
homies, but
yeah.
it's sometimes like, yeah, don't stick your finger in your
There's
butt.
one-
You know what I'm talking about, Schoeny?
Yeah,
What?
There
No.
was one dude's like, yeah, man, my freaking son, my 13-year-old son found out about you guys.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's not for children.
A guy that worked for my dad, he found out and he told my dad, like, no, just actually just Instagram, and then ended up being like Tasteless Gentleman. But he's like, follow your son on Instagram. My dad thought it was cool. He's like, oh, cool. Get back to work.
Savage.
Get back to work.
Guys
Yeah, he
trying to
worked-
connect.
Yeah, he's retired now, but he worked at like a high level like job, and it was like funny. The guy was like a younger dude. He's like, hey, follow your son on Instagram.
Okay.
He's like,
He's like, cool
Hey,
story.
bend
dog.
with your knees.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, back on that shovel.
yeah, construction worker. So yeah, this is fun, man. I
This
think
was
people
fun.
are gonna like it. You know,
For sure.
maybe we should do this once a week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm shooting at shots at a guy that's not here.
He's not here to defend himself ever again.
Dude.
All right. Let's get out
I'm
of here.
gonna start believing you. All right, hey, Patreon. Hey, a lot of people hit me up last week for Patreon. Alex hasn't answered his messages.
Yeah,
you guys
I get a lot of those, man.
Yeah.
Look at Alex is
Oh,
answering.
really? Oh,
Hit
really?
up-
Bro,
hit
he's
up-
not.
I'll do it.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
I'll
working
jump on there
remote, and he's
today.
fucking.
Doesn't matter. If people
Forward
hit
in
me
his
up.
phone.
You guys hit me up on Instagram. Ask me on Patreon. If you signed up, send me a screenshot, and I'll send you the link to the Discord. And like Scoop said 2 weeks ago, if you guys don't fuck with Discord, that's cool. But if you still want to support,
Yeah.
dude, hit the fucking Patreon.
$5. I mean,
$5.
I know, whatever, like Netflix, whatever, that's $10 and it's half that. I totally get it. You know, people are like, fuck that shit. But it really does help us. It's literally the only reason why we can keep doing this. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, the thing, okay, I always say there's no ads, but these motherfuckers
Still
they don't get
undemonetized, and you still running ads.
I literally don't understand.
And they be running like 5 of them bitches.
I know, and people sent me that once where they're like, you guys said it was demonetized, and it was
Yeah.
red, not yellow. It was completely red. And then I looked on a incognito tab, and I got ads.
Yeah, we're not getting money off YouTube.
What the fuck? Like, it's literally red, meaning you're not getting any money from
Dude,
YouTube.
you ain't getting nothing for
but
this.
they're still running ads. It's
dude,
it's
fuck
fucking
that.
weird.
Ad
It's
free.
fucking weird. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. Get it.
I feel like Twitch is starting to do that too.
Twitch is
people,
fucked.
yeah, people
They're
are starting to complain that there's ads and there's subscribers. And I'm like, what? That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not supposed to.
And
Yeah,
I
you
have
to
ads
run it.
turned off. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to run it manually.
Thanks a lot, Zuck.
He has nothing to do with this, but okay.
I don't know. Thanks a lot, Obama. I don't know.
Yeah,
guys.
he has everything to do with this.
Everything, yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
Bush, and Clinton, and Trump,
And Theodore Roosevelt.
and Roosevelt, motherfucker. All right, let's get out of here.
Later, guys.